Switching to CNG truck. A lot of people are having this concern. Should I switch to CNG truck, especially in this part of the world? I mean, Africa. People are contemplating whether to switch to CNG truck or to keep on with the diesel engine truck, which they are already familiar with. The CNG truck, which is the compressed natural gas, has its own good side and also the bad side. So in this presentation, we want to look at the benefits and also the bad side of the CNG trucks. Then we want you to make up your mind looking at the risk factors, and make your decision on whether to go for CNG truck or remain with your diesel engine. So switching to CNG, you need to consider some of these factors. We start with the good side of the CNG, whether it is truck or your car, your vehicle, you want to switch to CNG, you need to know the good side, then also the bad side. The good side of it is number one, which is very, very fundamental, is that there is improved safety. You know, with CNG, it has a lot of, the fuel is air fuel, and also it's lighter. It does not bring contamination on the ground, on the soil. So that's improved safety with CNG. Number two, there's energy efficiency with CNG. Energy efficiency here, you have higher energy efficiency on CNG trucks than diesel engine truck. Number three, you need to also look at what we call reduced maintenance costs. The change of oil interval for CNG truck is longer compared to diesel trucks. So diesel engine truck, you have a shorter oil change interval, whereas in the CNG truck, the interval is very long, it's longer. Then for CNG trucks, you also enjoy government incentives, especially in this part of the world. Government are encouraging their citizens to switch. So there's a lot of incentives you enjoy, by enjoying these incentives, you reduce your operational costs and also you boost your income, you increase your revenue. Then with CNG truck, there's a lesser quieter operation. It's quite in operation. The sound pollution, the noise. If you are driving a CNG truck, it's a quiet facility. It's a quiet facility. Then the domestic fuel source. The CNG is available in many countries, so the source is very, very available. Everywhere you can see the natural gas can be made available. Then it's also environmental friendly because the greenhouse emission in CNG is lower compared to diesel engine truck, and the nitrogen oxide release in CNG is lower compared to diesel engine truck. And the last good side of the CNG truck, which is very, very important for you to know, is lower operating costs. The cost of operating a CNG truck is far lower. For instance, let's take diesel as an example. For every 100 kilometers, you need 50 liters of diesel to run 100 kilometers. Whereas for every 100 kilometers, you need 44 SCM CNG to run it. So if we do the maths, 50 liters of diesel as at today's price is above 60,000 naira. Whereas 44 SCM of CNG is about 21,000 naira. So you see the difference of about 40,000. So you can imagine just in 100 kilometers, you have a difference of almost 40,000 naira. If you now go more than 100 kilometers, you cover 1,000 kilometers, you can imagine the savings you are going to make. The savings is just very, very enormous. So these are the good side of the CNG trucks. Then we now switch over to the bad side. The bad side of the CNG truck, number one, which is very, very important, is public perception. People perceive CNG truck to be unsafe. People perceive CNG truck to be very risky. Even drivers mechanics, a lot of people are afraid. So there's public perception about it. Then the kind of training, high level training are required for CNG training. You need to train your drivers, you need to train your technicians, and you need to train your staff because of certain technical aspects that they need to understand. Then there is also what we need to understand about safety concern. A lot of drivers are afraid, a lot of mechanics don't even want to touch it because of the safety concerns. Then the cylinder requires inspection and maintenance, and when this is not done, if the cylinder is damaged, if the cylinder is leaking and there's no thorough inspection, this can be a very high risk factor. So, and the cost of replacing the cylinder is enormous. To get the cylinder, the availability and also the cost of cylinder replacement is very, very enormous. Then the fuel storage and handling risks. There's a lot of risks associated with fuel storage. Storing this fuel in the CNG trucks, to store them and also handle them, there's a lot of risk. And also there's limited range of CNG trucks. We also have fueling facility. The facility are not readily available. The infrastructure are not available. You can't find the facility everywhere. It's only in limited locations. I know in some governments, some countries, government are trying to increase the infrastructure so that they can have more fueling facility where you can go and fuel your CNG truck. And the last, which is also the most critical bad side for CNG truck, is the higher initial cost of purchase. To buy a CNG truck as at today market in Nigeria is over 100 million. And to buy a diesel engine truck in Nigeria as at today is about 70 million. So you have almost 30 million difference in buying just one CNG truck head, just the head, not the back. So it's left for you to look at the good side and also the bad side. Looking at all this risk, CNG truck is a fantastic truck. It's good for the environment. CNG truck is cost effective. CNG truck is what we need. It's environmental friendly. CNG truck reduces stress, reduces pressure. But CNG truck is best depend on your kind of operation and also your route. The route where you are going to carry your goods, the route through which your goods will pass through, whether there are available fueling infrastructure. Because when the CNG truck comes to road and there's no facility to refuel, that will be very dangerous. So these are some of the factors you need to look into before you finally switch. The CNG, for me, it's a good investment. It's a good truck. It will reduce your pressure, provided you have studied all the risks and you have facilities, you have drivers, and you have mechanics to maintain. There are a lot of companies, a lot of standard organizations that are into maintenance of CNG truck, and they are available. So you can contact us if you need one. We can recommend some of these companies for you, where they have trained technicians. They have trained their technicians to handle CNG truck. They have trained their technicians to provide services for CNG truck, because to maintain CNG truck is not any other truck. It's not a truck you do with trial and error. It's a truck that an experienced technician need to handle. And when that fear is removed, you have nothing to fear. You just go ahead and begin to run your business smoothly. Thank you.